Hello, all you fellow cool cats out there. We are the Cool Cat Gang, and welcome back to the Any% Pro League. This is a really cool match. We've got Bugfish versus HawtBoi, and I'm in the booth today with the amazing Combo. How are you feeling today, Combo?
I am doing pretty well. I have played SMO all day, so you know that I am doing great.
That is the best way to spend a day. But yeah,
Exactly.
Bugfish and HawtBoi, obviously both 59 level runners. So yeah, the PV gap isn't as big as I have seen in this tournament. So hopefully we'll see quite a close race today. We do have Bugfish here in the booth for a little pre-game interview. How are you feeling, Bug?
A bit more confident than last time.
That's
I
always
mean,
good.
that
Because I'm not
makes a lot of
facing off
sense.
against I'm not facing off against Buster this time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I know that HawtBoi improved insanely quickly and that he's a very good player and that I should be that if I want to win I have to try my best.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, HawtBoi is definitely one to look out for. It felt like just yesterday that he got his first 59. Um, but yeah, I give you both the best of luck, I believe, in both of you, and let's hope this is a really good race. If you're ready to start, then ready up in the race room.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck, you guys. You got this.
Thank you.
I am personally extremely excited to see what's going to happen in the next hour or so, or maybe 59 minutes. You never know. This is definitely going to be very close. I hope so, at least. Like, someone would have to make a pretty big blunder for there to be a big gap, so to say.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at this level, I think the strats that both runners are doing are going to be pretty much identical. So it will just be a case of seeing, who has a slightly more optimized movement. They'll pull ahead by a couple seconds here or there, and just the mistakes, because there's going to be a couple of mistakes from both runners, I'm sure, and we'll see kind of who manages to keep their cool the best.
Yeah, definitely. The only difference that I'm seeing right now is that HawtBoi uses Joy-Cons and Bugfish uses a Pro-Con. So, I mean, there's not that much, like, that big of a difference, aside from there just being, HawtBoi being able to down throw. But then again, the buttons on the Joy-Cons, for me personally, are just way too small to play on, and I think it would be harder to roll cancel and do all that stuff, I guess, like
Oh,
the
for sure. I
yeah,
cannot understand how people can play Odyssey on Joy-Cons. It's so hard. They're so tiny.
exactly. But you know what? If HawtBoi plays better with Joy-Cons, I should say, then, well,
He's
all
playing on
power to him.
single sideways Joy-Con.
Yeah, imagine.
That would be a move. That would absolutely be a move. But yeah, I mean, it might make some difference. I'm not sure if HawtBoi goes for any of the really cool down throw strats, the two that there are.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see as the run progresses. But yeah, I mean, both these runners, I'm pretty sure they were both in the sophomore tournament a couple of years ago, and it is absolutely wild to me to see these runners competing in the pro league now, because genuinely, like 2 years ago they were like 105, 106 runners, which is obviously still a very respectable
Exactly.
time, but they've just come so far, and like Bugfish said, HawtBoi especially has just improved so quickly in this game and has gone from a 1-0 time to almost a 58 in like the blink of an eye.
It's absolutely insane, yeah. Quick personal story, I took a break for SMO for like a year, and everyone, including my fellow commentator here, Zach, like everyone just started popping off when I came back, and I was pushed down all the way, like I was still at ground level. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning to see how much everyone has improved in like a year, you know? So yeah.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, this game is really hard to keep up with the competition. People are always improving way faster than you think. Also, look at that frame tie. These guys are
Yeah.
completely tied out of cap. That is insane.
Yeah, I kind of zoned out for a bit. Like, there was not much happening, but holy, they're just
Yeah.
completely tied
Yeah, that's really, really crazy. But yeah,
to
like
the
Siren just said in
frame.
chat, triple jump vault versus triple jump left side versus spin pound vault left side. side by side, we did get to see the time difference. As you can see, a lot of people, you know, will say that triple jump is way, way faster, but it really makes very little difference at all. We can see HawtBoi pulling it ahead right now. It must have just been matching. I wasn't really paying too much attention.
Yeah, it was definitely mashing. I started paying attention to cutscenes a little bit more, and like, I started noticing Bugfish definitely being a little bit behind the cutscenes. So yeah, I used to be one to say like, oh yeah, mashing, it's just mashing, you know, but that does make quite a difference, especially...
Mashing makes such a big difference. People really don't realize it, yeah.
Yeah. So, will we be seeing DSS? I don't think so,
No, it's not something we commonly see, even from the 57 runners in this league. I mean, it's really just not worth going for in a race environment.
No, definitely not. Look, if it's like up to attempts, you know, you can do like so many attempts a day, it doesn't really matter. But like races, you know, I guess, you know, you only do them once, like you win or lose, you know, and then you're out.
Exactly, exactly. And DSS is one of those tricks where if you miss it a couple times, you're just stuck there because, you know, like you can't. It's not a trick where if you miss a couple times, you can just go and do the alternative, because to stop doing DSS and then go and do the dinosaur, you'd be losing at least 30 seconds to that, which, in a race at this level is far too much time to be worth it. So kind of the best thing to do for DSS, if you miss once or twice, is just to keep throwing your head at the wall over and over and over again, which is a really dangerous spot to be in.
Yeah, and something to note, Bugfish taking damage, or not taking damage, like, how do you say that? Lost some time to Madame Brute, and had to, like, get away from her.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, he did take damage, yeah, but, yeah, Brute is a very strange boss, because basically what we do with this boss fight is try to stay a certain distance away from Brute so that we can immediately pull back on the chain chomp after capturing it, instead of having to kind of run around the arena like Nintendo wants you to do. But if you make even one small mistake, the boss will move towards you, and then you can't do that really fast strat, and you do have to kind of scurry around the arena in the chain chomp, and kind of lose quite a bit of time, which is what happened to Bug.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Brute is just one of those things that will just lose you time when you mess it up at all levels. I mean, obviously, when you mess something up, you're gonna lose time.
But yeah, it's beyond just the time loss that you get for taking damage, because then the boss moves and all of your setups don't work, and then you lose even more time on top of that.
Like, as a beginner, like very beginner, obviously, you're gonna run around, you know, you don't know what you're doing most of the time. But as someone in a pro league, when you mess something up, as you just said, then you will like mess up all the cycles, and it'll just all be a big mess, which sometimes creates the fear in most people to just like start shaking their controller at the last phase or at the second phase to prevent that time loss. But again, that time matters.
Yeah, definitely at this level.
Yeah.
All right, we can see
HawtBoi
now has a 5-second lead on Bugfish. So definitely quite considerable out of the second kingdom, but Sand is going to be one of the kind of top 3 or 4 most difficult kingdoms in the run for these runners, so definitely a point where the lead might skew.
Yeah, I think that the difference or the gap would have been bigger if not for HawtBoi kind of messing up the movement at the final moon, and I think Bugfish might have saved some time on it.
Yes, yeah, I did see that. HawtBoi kind of got stuck on the rock and lost his speed out of the spin pound, whereas Bugfish managed to keep that speed all the way up to the moon, which just saved a little bit of time.
Yeah, definitely. I'm curious to see what we'll be seeing here. Did HawtBoi do the... Oh! Reverse town?
Yeah, now that's the wrong way around that we should be seeing that. Reverse town is a relatively difficult strat for only 1 or 2 seconds of time save. So it is very, very strange to see Bugfish with the quite a bit higher PB going for reverse town over HawtBoi. We'll see who actually comes out on top of this, because like I said, it's only a couple of seconds, and even just one mistake and suddenly you're not saving time with that anymore. So we'll see how this goes.
I did recall Bugfish's movement being a little bit sloppy.
Yeah, he struggled to get over the fence, didn't he? Down towards the boys only.
But I think... No, they're tight now. Wait, Bugfish is ahead. Or no?
Bugfish is a little bit ahead. No. I mean, he has to stop and get the third, so I think HawtBoi still will be ahead right now. But I don't think it's going to be by as much. I think Bug did reduce the lead just a little bit there.
Also, can we
Let's
give
have a
the
look.
props to Bugfish for a second? Because that bird movement is not easy at all.
It is
when
not
he does
easy,
it.
yeah. That was really impressive. Yeah, Bug is now only 3 seconds behind HawtBoi instead of 5, so he did save 2 seconds of down there.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, unfortunate. Got stuck on the ledge there and lost his speed.
Let's see how Dram goes for HawtBoi here, and after that, how it will go for Bugfish. I can't feel the controller vibration, but I think HawtBoi got it.
Absolutely
Yeah.
fine.
And
I
Bugfish.
heard that worked for Bugfish too. Awesome. Very cool strat there. That is one of the many what we call dram strats in the run. A dram strat being just a capture walk where you leave Cappy behind somewhere, go and grab a moon somewhere else, and then use Cappy to walk back to a capture. And that's probably the hardest one in the run, but we are going to see quite a few more, and they're very cool if you've never seen them before.
Both of them going for platform clip. I shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, platform clip is kind of the new standard route for any runner above kind of a 102 or a 101 time.
Yeah, definitely. And HawtBoi getting that pillar movement. Let's see how this goes for HawtBoi. I mean, Bugfish. Let's go.
So we see HawtBoi there. He's kind of looking up and seeing where that platform is to try and manipulate the cycle. And he saw he wasn't getting a great cycle, so he decided to keep the camera up the whole way. Bugfish, however, on the other hand, is turning it down right now, which is going to stop the platform moving, and he's going to hope that's going to make him get a slightly better cycle here. Which he did, just grabbing the wall there, just before the platform hits him and clipping out of bounds slightly faster. That is one of the hardest parts of platform clip, is just being able to manipulate the camera well enough to make sure that that platform hits the wall just as you get there, so you're not like waiting for it to move.
Yeah, definitely. I do notice that HawtBoi did get manage to squeeze out just a little bit more coins than Bugfish did, but Bugfish is still finding coins, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, it depends if HawtBoi is going for Speedless Luncheon or not. Because if HawtBoi isn't going for Speedless Luncheon, right now he actually has enough coins for the rest of the run, which means he won't need to pick up any more hint hearts, which, you know, usually runners would get the hint heart in Day Metro, which does lose about 2 seconds to go for. The alternative that doesn't lose any time is to go for the one in Cloud Kingdom. That's pretty difficult and can quite easily mess up your Bowser fight. So a lot of runners will opt out of doing that as much as possible. And, you know, if HawtBoi's doing the Speedless Luncheon route, he'll need another 110 coins to do the Slots Moon and buy a Shot Moon. But if he's not, then he's actually alright right now, and he can just forget about the hint hearts for the rest of the run. So we'll see what he goes for in Cloud.
What are your
that's
predictions,
gonna tell
Zach?
what he's doing in Luncheon. I don't know. I don't know too much about HawtBoi. I mean, a low 59 run is definitely the point where people will start implementing Spiritless in their runs. But that doesn't necessarily mean he'd go for it in a race, because, you know, going for it in PB attempts and going something in races is a very different environment.
Yeah. Now, I know, from what I've experienced, HawtBoi's kind of a person that, you know, goes for all kinds of stuff. I think. So I think we'll be seeing a Spiritless Luncheon from him if he's
I mean,
if he's
we say that, but he didn't go for a reverse town, so
that is true. That
who
is
knows?
true. Also, Bugfish pulling ahead.
Yeah, that is surprising. I mean, it was the reverse town saved a couple seconds. He saved a couple seconds on the platform cycle. HawtBoi fell down at the start of Lake there. So Bugfish has now taken the lead and even expands his lead as HawtBoi went for triple jump Lake Clip and missed.
Bugfish struggling with Lake Clip.
And there you go, he's losing his lead again. Yeah, that was really rough. Oh, hit the outbound ceiling.
Lake Clip here really giving him a hard time.
Oh, you really hate to see that. He lost a lot of time to that Lake Clip. I mean, it is a very precise trick, and he just got really unlucky with that. So yeah, forget what we just said about Bug having a lead, because HawtBoi is now a good 10 plus seconds ahead of Bug now.
And of course, using these Joy-Cons to get the down throw.
Yeah.
One thing I never got is, why couldn't Nintendo develop a down throw into Pro-Cons? It makes no sense.
I can't remember. I think there's I think if Pro-Con only has 2 gyroscopes, whereas Joy-Cons have 2 gyroscopes each for a total of 4. I could be wrong with that, but I'm pretty sure that Joy-Cons have 4 gyroscopes, which means they can just detect movement a little bit better. But someone feel free to correct me on that.
I do experience a lot more grief with what's it called, with motion controls in pro cons, so that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, did HawtBoi just do the camera strut there?
He did, yeah, but I'm not sure if he saved time. His setup was a little bit slow. It was still nice in general.
And HawtBoi here leaving Lake at a 13-10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that is a really, really good lake exit. I mean, especially for a race, like, I think both these runs going to be pretty happy with that. I mean, Bugfish is 13-24.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's going to be a little bit bummed about that, considering what happened at Lake Clip, but it's all he needs, really. I mean, you know, coming up is Wooded, which, like Sand, is one of the top 3 or 4 hardest kingdoms in the run. So, yet another place where we could see a lead switch.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be seeing a 14-second difference, or 13-second difference between HawtBoi and Bug going into Wooded. Let's see how this goes. Wooded is cruel. All right, for those who are new here to the channel, who have not seen a speedrun before or have played it, Wooded is an incredibly cruel kingdom to speedrun. And yeah, we'll be seeing how this goes. If there's a flawless Wooded, which I highly doubt, then that would be amazing for both runners. But yeah, you never know. It's very unlikely to me.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, there's just so many different places where things can go really wrong in Wooded. It's you're walking on very thin ice for a lot of the kingdom.
Yeah, definitely. You wouldn't think so. No, actually, no. Scratch that. There's a lot of risky stuff.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you know, Nut Clip, quite infamous among the kind of beginner and intermediate runners as something which can very easily kill runs. I think these runners will probably have Nut Clip cracked down, but even then, mistakes can be made. And then, you know, a lot of the, like, second half of the kingdom, they do, like, these jumps over huge death pits and pits which lead you into the deep woods and stuff. And, you know, just one missed jump in any of that section, and that could be game over for you.
Yeah. HawtBoi getting the clip? Yeah, that looked kind of weird.
Whoa!
Oh,
HawtBoi!
okay.
Okay, this could be Bug's chance for redemption. Let's see how he handles the clip.
Let's see it. I think he got it.
All right, he's just gonna have to get the outbounds now. That is a huge, huge thing for Bugfish right now. Let's see, lining it up.
HawtBoi did get the clip, but then Cappy just kind of disappeared.
Yeah, he I think he didn't hold Y long enough after he threw Cappy, or after he dived rather, which meant that Cappy came back to Mario before Mario could bounce off him, which meant that he fell back in bounds and he couldn't collect the outbounds beam. So it may look like HawtBoi's ahead right now, but we are actually going to see a lead switch in the second because HawtBoi will need to grab an extra moon just coming up now.
Yeah, Nutclip loses about 25 seconds.
It's about 25 to miss, yeah. Yeah, really unfortunate for HawtBoi, but that's exactly what we were talking about as it came into this kingdom. Like, you know, Wooded, very thin ice that you're walking on, and one mistake can lead to something like that.
Definitely. Just what we talked about. Wooded is absolutely a horror to get through. Most people,
really is.
including me,
hot to garbage.
Do not get through Wooded on a daily basis. If you get through Wooded, then you overrun and then you start getting nervous. At least I do.
Exactly, yeah. Then you kill and lost. But yeah, as we're going to see right now, HawtBoi is going to grab this Piranha Plant Moon. And Bugfish is just going to jump straight past it. And now Bugfish is very much in the lead over HawtBoi.
Definitely. And I think that's... what is that called? When someone with a worse PB starts winning? What is that called?
Upset?
Yeah, I think
I'm
so.
not sure. I've heard that term before, but I'm not sure if that's what it means. I mean, you know, we call Bugfish the underdog in this situation.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as a commentator, I'm not really allowed to have favorites, and I do not, but it's, you know, Bugfish has been behind all races. It's kind of nice to see him being ahead for, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, preference or not on who wins, it's still very cool to see the underdog pulling through and getting things which, you know, the faster runner kind of misses.
Yeah. And I
you know,
spotted, like, a second mistake on HawtBoi's side with, like, inoptimal movement into the tower.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I think you can see Bug's nerves showing through. It was probably after
Yeah.
that late clip he started to get a little bit nervous because there have been loads and loads of just tiny little things going wrong in this wooded, like small slip-ups with his movement, with Mario, with the uproots, just little things here and there. But I mean, you can see how far ahead he is right now. Like, if he just keeps doing what he's doing and doesn't make any major mistakes, his little mistakes shouldn't matter too much.
Yeah, definitely. I'm seeing it on both sides a little bit here. I'm seeing it on the HawtBoi side as well.
Yeah, which I can see. I mean, both runners have made a pretty big mistake in the last 5 or 10 minutes, which, you know, is definitely something that can shake you up, especially with a race as close as this one.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Bugfish getting... Wait. Holy
Okay, HawtBoi's going for triple jump. Oh, pipe clip, and he misses. Let's see if he still makes the cycle. I think he will, because movement there was very fast. Just makes a cycle. Really close. All right. That missed triple jump clip didn't actually lose any time on Bugfish because he still managed to get to the final movement in the same cycle as him. But it could have been really, really bad.
Definitely. That was insane to see, though, the movement he went for before, you know, getting the first pipe swoon there. That was insane to me, at least.
That was really cool. And if he didn't go for the triple jump clip, he could have made the even faster cycle at the end, which I was honestly quite excited to see because I thought that's what he was going for. But I think he's just trying to get every single second of time save he can.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for us, feeble 103 or 104 runners, that is quite, yeah, mesmerizing to see.
It is, yeah. That sort of movement still blows me away.
Definitely. We'll be seeing if Bugfish goes for the hint art movement here, by the way. I'm pretty confident that HawtBoi will do it, but I'm not sure about Bugfish.
It looks like he's lining up the camera for it.
And is he getting it?
Wow, yeah. Well, let's see if he
go.
makes the hardest part right now is coming up. Let's see if he manages to get the hat here. Yeah, and he misses. It's not easy, and that's why runners will try to avoid getting this into as much as possible. So if HawtBoi goes for it now, he's most likely going for the spearless luncheon. Or he's just getting it because, you know, he's just more comfortable with the movement since he's been doing it longer. But yeah, HawtBoi did go for it, which does give me the interesting spearless.
Yeah. I mean, I would be excited to see it. It'd be very cool.
Yeah, it is a really, really cool route for luncheon. And especially if both runners do something different, that could be a really tense point in the race. But here we go. So Bugfish had a 15-second lead out of Cloud. But he did lose... Let's have a look. 12 seconds to his gold.
Oh man.
So yeah, that 15-second lead is only a 5-second lead now. It's, again, really, really tight
Oh,
this
that's
race.
insane. I just noticed. That is very close. And is he... Yeah, of course he's getting meme tree movement. Also
Yeah.
kind of scary at every level.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, HawtBoi, that
What
was
is
close.
that? HawtBoi with the down throw movement.
I know. Yeah, I mean, Bugfish went for the dive vault meme tree, which is a lot harder, but obviously a decent amount faster, and HawtBoi just went for the CRJ. But then Bugfish did the slightly slower double jump butterfly strat.
Oh man, we'll be
HawtBoi did.
seeing HawtBoi here going absolutely crazy, doing every tiny optimization, going with
Yeah.
another down throw, trying to just pull ahead as soon as possible.
That down throw roll cancel was very filthy. Oh, bonking into the tropical wiggler. Oh my gosh, I mean, he's gonna have a little damage refill animation on this moon right now. You can see, and that loses about 1.5 seconds. He is barely ahead of HawtBoi anymore. And with that missed reverse repeatal, that might just be it. Alright, still a little bit of a lead. Almost bonking that. Yeah, HawtBoi did manage to get reverse repeatal though, which does save a couple of seconds.
Sorry, I'm watching here in silence.
Very nice
As a
cage shuffle from
commentator.
both runners.
Because this is just way too close. And HawtBoi going for the up throw movement.
Oh, that's insane. This race is absolutely insane. So many lead switches and now it's so close together. I think Bugfish kept his lead out of loss, but it is very, very close.
There's like a 2-second difference, right? Yeah.
It's something like that. We can see once they've left the kingdom.
Yeah, 1.5 seconds. That is mental.
Bugfish is 0.65 seconds ahead of HawtBoi right now.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
man.
Less than a second ahead. I think there's a little bit of stream delay, which isn't quite representing that properly. That is a really, really tough situation to be in. And obviously, HawtBoi being the slightly more advanced runner, like his movement across the board is probably going to be just slightly better. And it might be that even if Bugfish plays this kingdom absolutely perfectly to his goal, HawtBoi might still come out ahead of him just because, you know, those tighter lines, tighter inputs, that sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Although, never mind. I thought that HawtBoi lost some time to Bugfish there, but it might just be stream delay again.
I think both runners had a slightly sloppy moon there.
Yeah. Because I did see, you know, I do see the gap being slightly bigger now.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit bigger. Alright, let's have a look at the city hall. HawtBoi isn't going for Goomba Heck?
Okay, it's called Goomba Heck. Noted.
Goomba Heck, yeah.
I was so confused. There was another strat with the Goomba in it, but I didn't know.
You can't say that one on stream.
No, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, Bugfish probably saving a couple seconds there on hole with a very nice Goomba Heck. It's, yeah, some of these strats that HawtBoi isn't going for really surprises me. And again, I don't know if it's just because of how close this race is. Maybe he thinks he can pull ahead just with his movement alone and avoiding all these kind of riskier strats.
Okay, we'll be seeing how Wiggler goes here, which is pure RNG with, you know, being able to shoot at them properly. So let's see how it goes. Because if, like, Bugfish were to get, like, really good or bad movement, it would really decide who's going to be ahead in a second here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, famously, this boss fight being the only real instance of RNG in an SMO speedrun that really affects the runners.
Like, you're supposed to get Wiggler, like, into the corner there.
Yeah, it's slightly
know
faster.
that.
It just means he takes a shorter line. Alright, Bug gets a really nice pattern here. Plays it almost perfectly. With a big mess up at the end. That loses a lot of time, and the Tango beating too. HawtBoi also with a slightly worse pattern, but also not playing it very well. So I think both runners had a pretty poor Wiggler fight there.
I am speechless. I am speechless.
Yeah, this race is absolutely insane.
This is way too close.
But we haven't even reached halfway in the race yet, so
this is like the freshman tourneys I was used to back in the day. Just, you know, put up to like 100% more intense.
Yeah, because at this level, I mean, obviously the runner's going to be a lot more consistent at what they do, and it's going to be theoretically, you know, quite a few less lead switches and that sort of thing.
Definitely.
But yeah, this is insane.
It's like in an action movie, seeing two little guys fighting and then just seeing Godzilla and another big creature going off against each other.
Yeah.
In comparison.
There we go. That was another very nice dram strat from both runners. Heading into scoop clip, one of the most physically demanding tricks in the run, requiring you to hold your controller upside down.
Definitely. Yeah, HawtBoi instantly getting the pole capture.
Oh my gosh, Bug! Bug almost early captured that pole there, and HawtBoi missed the dram on the pole.
Oof. The one thing that surprises me though is, like, HawtBoi manages, like, he had some pretty big time losses. I mean, granted, Bugfish also did, but you can just see, like, the skill difference. Oh, a bonk? You can just see the skill difference.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that might be it for Bugfish's lead. You know, there is a little bit of stream delay, but I think HawtBoi actually might be in the lead right now, just because of that one bonk. That is all it took.
That's absolutely crazy. I mean, on my screen right now, on my end, you know, Bugfish is still in the lead, but that might not
Yeah,
be...
that's what it looks like on stream, but I think HawtBoi's gameplay is very, very slightly behind Bugs.
Oof.
And there you go.
That's it.
HawtBoi is absolutely in the lead. Alright, we are entering Bullet Building now. Infamously difficult room. HawtBoi's going for the really new, really fast strat.
Alright,
I mean, not going for Goomba Hack, but going for this strat is absolutely wild, because this one is really difficult. We're going to see him go all the way to the end to try and bounce off this other bullet bill and capture the top one. So filthy, but puts him comfortably ahead of... Wow. Well, not quite. Yeah, both runs are basically tied right now.
That's insane. I mean, you've got the... Like, what do you have pulled up to compare both runners?
The amazing, wonderful SMO League stat sheet, which is when it comes up the bottom link in the YouTube chat. There it is. The bottom link there is the stat sheet. Have a look at that. It is wonderful. It has every single statistic and piece of information you could possibly want to know about the league and the runners.
Definitely, and I do see something else in there in the middle, a contribute to the community funded prize pool. Do you want to say something about that, Zach?
Yeah, that is really interesting. So obviously, everything around here is completely unfunded and just done for the community. But obviously, we do want to give an incentive to our amazing runners who put in so much time and work into this, which is why we have a community-funded prize pool, which everybody in chat can donate to right now, even if you just have $1 or $2 spare dollars to put in there. It really adds to the competitiveness of this tournament. It makes it a lot more interesting, both for the runners and the viewers.
Definitely, well said. And yeah, again, we would absolutely appreciate you, yeah, funding to the prize pool.
Yeah, we are currently at
HawtBoi
$116.
Doing a bonk.
Yeah, while we've been talking about this, both... Oh, what is going on? While we've been talking about this, both runners have been, like, bonking in every single spot, and the lead has switched about 6 times. And Bug was just in the lead there, fell off right at the end of People Room, and now HawtBoi is leaving Metro, leaving the first half of the run in the lead.
That is not real. That is literally not real. What just happened right in front of my face? What happened? That's insane.
This is not a real race, Bug.
This is not a real race.
Alright, let's have a look at this lead.
Yeah, that will definitely... Yeah, it's confirmed.
HawtBoi with an 8-second lead on Bugfish. So he saved 10 seconds in Day Metro. Really, really rough. I mean, yeah, this is a super close race, and we'll see what happens out of Snow and Seaside, which are 2 slightly easier kingdoms than the few we've just come across. But by all means, there are still quite a few things that can go wrong.
Yeah, late game can definitely be brutal. So we'll have to wait and see how this goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And Snow is no exception. Very nice movement from both runners up to the Toad.
Definitely. That is an insane roll cancel there from both of them. And both of them heading into Shiveria. And Bugfish fighting to get that lead back.
Yeah, HawtBoi with a tiny little mistake there, and these are things that Bug's going to be counting on, because if Bug can just nail all of this movement, he'll be in a fantastic spot. You can see he's gone absolutely God mode. The fire has ignited in his eyes, and he is ready to reclaim this lead, because he is absolutely storming through Snow so far, going for every single fast piece of movement, and hitting every single button as quickly as he can. HawtBoi is getting the moon clip right now. Saving a couple seconds. Let's hope Bug gets it too. Yeah, looks that goes early. No, he got it.
Oh wait, it actually is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a loose window, but
going for a long jump there instead of just, you know, rolling.
Roll. HawtBoi missed the triple jump off the platform that you see Bug just absolutely nailed there. Managed to get up there without bonking, and is going to try and perform Spiny Nip, which is a very weird strat. He unfortunately missed it, where you leave one Spiny alive to kill as Mario, which manipulates the camera a bit into turning less. It saves about a second. You see Bug's going to get it right now.
I mean,
you can see the camera barely has it done.
Matters.
Yeah, exactly. This is what Bug needs.
That is insane. I mean, not the minute, but still. And unfortunately, oh,
the bonk is so sad, so sad.
We will not be seeing ICC here. Very understandable.
No, of course not. Very nice vectors from both runners. Really fast the movement. But yeah, that bonk just set Bug back a little bit. I mean, this was probably a gold pace snow for Bug. Like, he has been playing absolutely out of his mind so far.
And also getting the triple with a dive without throwing in Cappy as well. Saving point 3. I don't know if Hot did it, probably.
I wasn't paying attention. It is very scary, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is absolutely a close race we jump.
Ooh, HawtBoi not getting the optimal angle to get right into shot. I think Bug did get it with a roll cancel.
Alright, here it is, Snowdram, the infamous, the cruel, the punishing Snowdram. Let's see how it goes with both these runners. This could be Bugfish's chance at redemption.
Yeah, you never know.
Going for setupless, a very short vector, but absolutely no problem for Bug, making it with room to spare. Let's see, for HawtBoi rather. Bugfish going for a very, very fast setup. More comfortable vector, also nails it. Gosh, this run.
HawtBoi seeing that Bug is having an insane snow, but not going down without a fight. Definitely keeping that lead.
Yeah, apart from that bonk, that snow was flawless for Bug. That was absolutely insane. Let's have a look when he leaves how far he played off gold in there. But yeah, HawtBoi did increase his lead a little bit just with the slightly faster movement and a couple fewer mistakes.
Let's see.
Yeah, Bug played +3 on his gold, which is just one bonk. If he didn't bonk that, he would have had the potential to gold that kingdom. Insane! And HawtBoi with the 9-second lead. Alright, Seaside is going to be a little bit of a chance to relax, I think, because it's not too hard a kingdom. There's nothing really too difficult in it. I mean, you know, obviously it is very possible to lose a lot of time here, but I don't think either runner is going to be particularly scared of this one. And probably just a chance to cool off.
Oh, Bugfish having a mid-air bonk, doing a ledge grab, making sure that ledge is nice and clean.
He's just dusting it off.
Which is definitely very important, you know, once, you know... Okay, I'm going too far with this one.
No, you're good.
Holy HawtBoi. Going for that, you know, up throw... Whatever movement that is. I think Bugfish will do it too, to be honest.
I mean, it's not that bad, I do it.
Yeah.
Slightly sketchy on Bugfish's end, but it worked absolutely fine. Alright, I think we're going to see a fish dip attempt from both runners right now. Relatively new trick. It's now a bounce clip that requires some very precise timing.
Ooh,
oh, HawtBoi completely missed it. It wasn't even close. He just shook far too early. That might have been nerves, just like kind of overthinking it. That's a shame. Let's see if Bug gets it. That's exactly what he needed. Bug nailing the clip. You can see he took out of bounds very slowly there. To the point where he might not be saving too much time. But, you know, if he can even just save a couple of seconds with that clip, then that is absolutely what he needs.
Yeah, definitely. When this clip first came out, I used to think this saved so much more, because you take a much more direct line towards the dangerous roof moon, but...
Well, the issue with it is, if you get it well, then that Dory cycle is bad, and Dory will actually be a lot further right. So despite your lines and stuff saving a lot of time between the moons, once you get to Dory, you actually have to lose time because you have to go out of your way to get the Dory moon. So
I see.
that's why it isn't as much time save as you might think.
The time save seeming to be a little bit deceptive here, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Bug's bonk at the start of the kingdom and his slightly slow out of bounds movement didn't do many favors for him. HawtBoi will still be coming out of Seaside with quite a considerable lead, possibly bigger than going into the kingdom.
Alright, and now that we have all cooled off using Zach's pun, here we will be heating right back up, going into the luncheon, the kingdom that we have actually been waiting for to see if HawtBoi will go for Spiritless Luncheon or not. Let's see. Get in your bets now. Will he go for it? And most importantly, like, what if Bugfish goes for it? I mean, you never know.
You never know. I mean, again, HawtBoi got the extra hint art in Cloud, which he did not need because he had more than enough coins for the rest of the run, and the only instance where he would need the extra coins is if he was about to do the Spiritless route. So it is not going to surprise me at all if he goes for it. But we'll see. I mean, you know, Lunch is one of those kind of 3 or 4 really difficult kingdoms I've been talking about. And, you know, so far in the other ones I mentioned, Sand and Wooded, Sand, Wood, and Day Metro being the other more challenging ones in a run. We've seen lead switches in all of those, so...
Yeah, definitely. Also, can I... Oh, okay. We'll be losing some time to health refill here. Wait.
Yeah.
Is he planning to do a... Hold up. Okay, no, never mind. I thought he was
he's going for Spiritless.
Oh, he's going for it.
Alright, best of luck, HawtBoi. Skipping the Spirit boss.
Definitely.
And
Godspeed,
absolutely
brother.
the rest of the kingdom. And you can see Bugfish is just going to fight Spirit.
Bugfish is deciding to rather get rid of the bunny and just play it safe.
Yeah, so
Well,
HawtBoi right now has the potential to save around 10 seconds, but it's going to be very hard to catch him on time save, especially with mistakes like that. Because once you skip the Spirit boss fight, a bunch of the kingdom is very messed up and weird.
Definitely. I should say though about my comment for Bugfish playing it safe. I mean, he's playing it safer than HawtBoi, but Luncheon is still awful. You know, even with, you know, the normal story, Moon being collected.
Yeah, Luncheon is not an easy kingdom. At any level. As a beginner, an intermediate, or advanced runner, it is a very brutal and very punishing one.
So yeah, let's see how this goes. So far, HawtBoi is not struggling too much, but this is still, you know, the easy part to it. We will be seeing the consequences of, you know, skipping Spirit, you know, absolutely ghosting the guy.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that his HawtBoi's route is slightly different to what Bugfish is going to be going for here, as he ignored basically every single one of the moons in town, which he will be coming back for later, and having to lava boost across the lava because Potaboo does not spawn if you skip the Spirit fight.
One thing that does surprise me is that, you know, they left the sub area in, even though it shouldn't have any function, because you're supposed to be, you know, bind Spirit. But that, I guess that's so English is hard. I guess that makes it interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Nintendo usually doesn't get rid of the loading zones between the kingdom changes. Oh, risky luncheon for HawtBoi. Very interesting, but making it across that second bit of lava, which is one of the harder parts of the kingdom. And here we're going to see why he skipped all of the moons in town earlier. You see Bugfish there, capturing the Potaboo, which is there because he didn't kill Spirit, which is just one of the good things about killing the boss.
This triple is just one of the hard things that you have to do in Luncheon compared to what's coming up in a bit. Many of us and many of you will know what we're talking about here. Talking about block jump, of course.
Yeah, the infamous block jump. But yeah, I mean, the Terminus movement isn't easy at all. But HawtBoi got it without a problem. And you can
And
see, although
Bugfish.
it may look like HawtBoi is quite far ahead right now, you can see that obviously Bugfish doesn't have to go back to town because he already got all the moons in there. So both runners are actually very neck and neck right now. Bugfish might even be slightly ahead, but it's very hard to say. Because another thing that Bugfish can do that HawtBoi cannot is get this cheese moon here. Which again isn't there for HawtBoi since he did skip the spew at boss fight. Which means he's gonna have to do this. Pay attention, everyone. Ooh, taking damage. Missed a triple jump.
What?
HawtBoi. Alright, he didn't think he was going to make it there, so he decided to turn around and try again. It looked fine to me, but what do I know?
Absolutely beating the crap out of that Tiny. Did not deserve that.
Right,
And getting that
eventually.
block.
HawtBoi. You are scaring us so badly.
Definitely giving us a little bit of... Getting us a little bit of those shakes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, this has been such a sketchy launch from HawtBoi, and absolutely not what he's wanting right now. You know, there have been so many mistakes. And as you can see, another consequence of skipping the spew at boss fight is this unique moon having spawned, which means that HawtBoi is going to have to find 3 extra moons out there, whereas Bugfish just gets to take this one, which is a very, very easy moon, probably the easiest in the game. Just one jump up there and you've got it.
What do you think, Zach? Who's going to be ahead out of this one? Because Bugfish still has to deal with 2 cutscenes.
I think they're going to be about tied.
I think so too.
Because HawtBoi still needs 1 more moon, and Bugfish just has to watch the final cutscenes right now. Yeah, HawtBoi has lost a lot of time in this kingdom, and possibly has also lost his lead, despite doing the faster route. Yeah, he's lost his lead. Look at that, Bugfish already leaving, despite HawtBoi doing the Spiritless route. I mean, this match is insane.
I mean, we gotta give HawtBoi some points for going for Spiritless Luncheon, because he, aside from the some of the mistakes he's made, I think he's executed it pretty well.
Spiritless Luncheon is one of the most insane things in SMO speedrunning. It is absolutely crazy and very, very difficult. I mean, you know, my best ever luncheon without Spiritless, like, you know, with the Spear boss fight is, you know, just over 6 minutes. My best ever luncheon with this Spiritless route is about 16 minutes. That's how hard it is. Despite it technically being faster, I haven't been able to get within 10 minutes of my normal PV.
And I think my Spiritless Luncheon is like a 45 minutes.
yeah, I mean, the block jump, the turnips, the Spiritless jump, everything about it is really brutal. So the fact that HawtBoi managed to, you know, keep as tight of a gap as he did is honestly quite impressive, because there's so much more that could have gone wrong there.
Alright, you want to do the advertisements?
Oh, of course! Ruins, my favorite! Well, while we're here in this auto-scroller of a kingdom, kind of, let's talk a little bit about the CCG channel. Obviously, we've moved to YouTube recently, and it's been a pretty big change. We basically had to start from scratch on here, so any support you can give us would be great. We already have 22 likes on the stream, which is a new best, I think. I haven't seen that many likes on the stream before. And if you're watching and you haven't clicked the like button, do that now. It's one click, and it really helps YouTube to recommend it.
Why wouldn't there be 22 likes? They really like your presence. You're a good commentator, man.
You too. And if you do like our commentary, feel free to give us a follow on those links. And if you want to follow these incredible runners and see what they got up to next, you can follow them right there.
Definitely.
Those links there.
And of course,
also, yeah, go ahead.
Don't forget to subscribe to Cool Cat Gang.
Exactly,
you know, we regularly stream. And yeah, of course, going back to the prize pool, you know, if you've got some extra money laying around, you don't know what to do with it. Even with the, you know, the new Nintendo games, which will all, you know, make us very broke. With all of the new releases, we would still really appreciate it. If you would want to help support us in any way, we would really appreciate if you were to donate to our prize pool.
Absolutely. Look at that, 27 likes. Well done, gamers. We've already gotten 5 more people liking the stream from that. We really appreciate it, guys. And if anyone else hasn't liked it, come on, join the train. Let's get it up to 30. Because like we said, this is a really great way for YouTube to help recommend this stream, and bring more people into this amazing community that deserves so much more attention. 28! We're on 28! Come on, guys!
It's to my shame that 28th was me.
I mean, hell yeah, exactly.
And to kind of finish it off, which is not an advertisement, if you would like to see, you know, the live comparison between these two runners, the stat sheet would be your way to go. It's all very complex. We've got to give the credits to, I think Matsy, right? It's the person taking care of all that. That Matsy's been doing an insane job at managing all of that. Please, you know, I don't know if we've got like a follower link to Matsy, but honestly, they've been doing a very great job at managing all this.
Hell yeah. We're on 29 likes. You guys are amazing. Thank you all so much. And now we are heading into Bowser's Kingdom. Bugfish with the lead again. Let's count how many lead changes there have been out of Kingdoms. So until Lake, HawtBoi had the lead, and then from Wooded until Night Metro, Bugfish had the lead. And then HawtBoi had the lead from Day Metro to Seaside, and now Bugfish has the lead again, heading into the last two Kingdoms of the run. This is really tense.
I mean, just as we predicted, it would be very, very close.
Very close, exactly what we hoped. And Bowser's is one of the kings where we might see a few different strategies in its movement. As you see, HawtBoi's going for this triple jump terrain bounce. Looks easy. That is one of the hardest strats in the game. That is really not an easy one to go for.
Bugfish going for a bonk too.
Yeah.
Losing a little bit of time.
Losing a couple seconds, and that is very worrying for Bug because I have a feeling I know what HawtBoi is going to do on shards. We'll see if my my inkling is correct. But if HawtBoi goes for the down throw shard strat, then that could be it for Bugfish because that is a very fast, very hard strat.
We're not supposed to spoil it.
That's true. I'm sorry.
You know, we still recommend you to stay and see how, you know, the down throw shard thing goes. It's all very cool and impressive. So yeah, let's see how this goes.
And let's see how Bugfish deals with shards as well, because this is one of the biggest differences in strats between kind of different skill levels is this section right here.
No new shard. Oh, okay. Bugfish.
Taking the bonk and the damage, and HawtBoi, he's going for down throw shards. Does he get it? No, he misses one of the shards. He got the other one with his down throw, which is very, very impressive, and taking the lead. Bugfish, what is this race? And just like that, HawtBoi is back in the lead again, all because of that shards. I mean, you know, Bugfish obviously with the bonk and taking damage, and HawtBoi just with the faster strat, the down throw and the birdless shards.
Really playing with our hearts here.
Oh my gosh.
Not appreciating this at all. But
not
still,
at all.
All very, very cool and exciting.
Yeah, I mean, there are still so many places for Bug to take this back, and honestly, I really hope he does, because this is insane.
Both of them, of course, going for Bowser Dram. Bugfish seeming to deal with quite a bit of a wider angle there, but still making it.
Yeah, absolutely no problem. It's probably better for him too. He did miss the insta-dive there, but backed it up really, really well. Barely lost time.
Yeah. And HawtBoi going for the very controversial Harriet first, and HawtBoi going for wait, no, what am I saying? Bugfish going for Topper first, and
yeah. HawtBoi going first. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is where we might see Bugfish pulling ahead, because Topper first is, of course, the much, much faster strat. It saves about 10 or 15. A lot of people don't know that.
You know, yeah, I mean, it's all very controversial. You know, yeah, I personally think that Harriet first is faster, but you know, I respect your opinion.
Yeah, a lot of people make that mistake.
From what I've heard, you know, Harriet first it actually saves 15 minutes, but you know.
Yeah, really. Well, okay, Bugfish isn't going for Czar Bomber. Very surprising. I mean, that strat I don't think is very difficult at all. Especially for a runner of his level. But, you know, maybe it's something which he doesn't know how to do, and he just decided to skip in this race, just for sake of consistency, which is fair enough. That's going to give HawtBoi yet another chance to increase his lead, because, obviously, he went for it. Although, I wasn't really paying attention to HawtBoi's gameplay. HawtBoi is not very far ahead right now. I swear HawtBoi is further ahead out of shots. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, we still have to deal with, you know, the many cutscenes here. But yeah.
HawtBoi is
What is
only
the
about
difference?
6 seconds ahead.
Yeah,
I
6
think.
seconds.
Judge on the stream he is. Let's have a look at what the splits say. All right, HawtBoi is 8 seconds ahead according to the splits. Ooh,
Okay.
this is a really close one.
I mean, for most top-level runners, you know, mech isn't really that dicey of a boss fight, but still,
Exactly.
you know.
You know, it's not that nothing can go wrong. It's just that hopefully these runners have got mech on absolute lockdown.
You know, for me personally, if I may make another analogy, oh, HawtBoi giving us another heart attack very casually. HawtBoi, stop it!
Bug, what is that camera?
Bug,
taking
no!
the bug? This is so
Okay.
bad.
To continue my point,
Yes.
mech is like, as a split and as a boss fight, it is a sleeping bear. If you poke it too much, say it's
you're
easy, it's
absolutely right.
easy.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go in there with too much confidence, you know, you invite you challenge the bear to like a boxing match. It's like one of those advertisements.
Yeah.
If someone knows what I'm talking about, it's an hilarious video. Anyway, you know, you will get your, you know, butt kicked, basically.
Oof! Bonk! Bugfish might take the lead right now. Bugfish without the bonk takes the lead into the mech fight. What is this? Oh, another lead switch in Bowser's. You can see Bugfish is now killing Topper just as HawtBoi is heading towards him. This is so close. I mean, with the very, very slight stream desync, this might be like less than a second ahead.
Yeah,
and it really all comes down to this target acquired.
I'm not calling it until target acquired has happened.
Yeah, target acquired is a very famously run-killing strat, which we're going to see both runners going for right now, where they're going to absolutely destroy Spew with some really fast inputs. Let's have a look how Bug does it. Bug absolutely nails it. Let's see what happens to HawtBoi.
So we can confidently say that Bug for now has the lead, right?
Yes, and HawtBoi
Yeah.
gets it too. Holy!
This is insane. This is mind-blowing, quite literally. I mean, not literally, but still.
No, literally, I mean, my brain is exploding right now. My skull is fracturing from this race.
Exactly, it's like a ticking time bomb. That's insane. What's the difference right now, actually?
I'll be able to tell you in about 6 seconds. Not as close as you think. It's a 6-second lead for Bugfish.
Alright. I mean, it all comes down to Moon, I guess.
It all comes down to Moon, as it always seems from these races. But yeah, again, this is like the 5th or 6th lead switch we've seen out of a kingdom, and there have been even more within the kingdoms.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
This is so close.
Definitely one of the more iconic lines on this channel. It all comes down to Moon, as we always say.
Exactly, because it truly does.
Alright.
Okay.
I mean, if we see this upset from Bug here, honestly, that's gonna be insane.
Yeah, that's going to be really good. I mean, he said he was feeling quite confident. We obviously didn't get to talk to HawtBoi pre-game because he didn't want to do an interview, so really hard to say. But yeah, so coming into Moon, there's a few things which you guys will want to look out for in terms of differences in strats. First of all, one of the biggest time saves in Moon is this big triple jump that both runners are going to do at the beginning. There's a thing in this game called vectoring, where if you move Mario diagonally, he'll gain a bunch of speed, and these runners are going to try and utilize that as much as possible to get a huge jump here. And then after that, heading towards the Moon Cave skip, where we skip the Moon Cave, you guessed it, so around 2 or 3 minutes.
Hey,
So a
Zach,
couple different ways of doing that.
also, you
Yes.
are a 2P world record holder.
I
right?
am.
Would you be able to tell us a little bit about the Moon skip or Moon Cave skip that you do in 2P here?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, I think it's very hard to describe. Essentially, in 2-player, you can jump from that platform which HawtBoi just jumped off there and make it all the way to the top. Obviously, in 1-player, you don't have quite as much freedom, so you have to jump off the Sphinx's head here. But let's see if HawtBoi goes for one wall jump, and yes, he does. Slightly faster way of doing Moon skip. absolutely nailed it. Saves around a second or two over Bugfish there. But you know, Bugfish still entering Chapel far earlier than HawtBoi.
Trying to save every last frame to try and get ahead of Bug.
Yeah, I mean, the Bowser fight hopefully should have no hiccups to both runners. It's not a very difficult fight, but under nerves like this, which I imagine both runners are feeling right now, things definitely can go wrong. HawtBoi going for the slightly faster first phase strat, absolutely nailing it. Saving yet another few frames over Bugfish. I mean, you know, if Bugfish keeps playing as perfectly as he does, I think he probably will be able to clutch out the win, even if only by a couple seconds. But HawtBoi is right in his tail. HawtBoi is doing every single tiny little strat that is a tiny microscopic bit faster. And one mistake from Bugfish, even just a 2 or 3 second mistake, could mean he loses this race.
I just thought of something. Do you think that HawtBoi will go for the infamous 2DSS?
I cannot see that happening. I mean, it would, if he gets it, it would pretty much guarantee him the win. But it is so inconsistent, and I think, honestly, he has a chance. Again, like I said, with like kind of slow pillars or a mistake on the Bowser fight from Bug, then HawtBoi could be able to take the lead without it, so I don't think it would be worth it.
Definitely not, no. I mean, it would definitely spice things up by 100 if things aren't already spiced up. I mean, we're looking at a grill here with all of the meat basically just, you know, burnt. Like,
You and your analogies, absolutely love them. This is great.
It's not even edible anymore. But imagine what would happen if HawtBoi would pull out the 2DSS cards. We would be seeing it, like the whole garden on fire, everybody leaving the barbecue and eggs.
Yeah. Cat is on the Bowser.
I mean, currently, Bug is ahead. I mean, I can't exactly note the stream delay, but...
No, yeah, Bug is quite a lot ahead. The stream delay is about 1.5, 2 seconds.
Ooh, missing like 1 swipe, I think?
Something like that. It shouldn't be a huge deal. I mean, look at that lead. So obviously Bugfish is not going for 2DSS. Let's see what HawtBoi does. Let's have...
HawtBoi?
No! HawtBoi!
HawtBoi?
Oh! He's going for it again.
I
think that's it.
He's not going to save time with it.
I think he's put it in the grave. Yeah. Well, there it is. I mean, that is pretty much a guaranteed victory for Bugfish. If HawtBoi got that first try, there is a chance. There is a very slim chance he could have gone ahead. But with the first fail, he didn't really have a choice. He had to try it again because he already failed it once, and that just like cemented his loss.
I mean, you never know. It's not cemented quite yet. You still have the infamous, the absolutely unfair, the horrible thing that can happen if you know what I'm talking about.
We won't mention his name just in case. But yeah, I mean, Bugfish doesn't need a fast pillars right now. He can take this slow, because it is possible to die in pillars if you try and go too fast. You get your toss up really quickly, but if you take it safe, he should be absolutely fine.
Also, can we get some
cat gems in
chat? Pepe D's cat gems. I'm motivated to say cat gems, so spam your cat gems. Oh, Pepe D's are cool.
You can't say that in front of Darren. Bugfish clutching out the victory with a 100-49. Absolutely insane. We love to see the underdog
That's
winning.
the upset of the decade right there.
That is indeed. I mean, that was a wild ride. So many lead switches. And HawtBoi was ahead into the mech split. The second to last split, HawtBoi was ahead. And you know, without that perfect Moon Kingdom the Bugfish got, it would have been game over. But there we go. HawtBoi finishing out with a very, very good time also. I think that was a high 100. We'll have to see when the times come up. But yeah, congratulations, both runners. You have Bugfish in the booth right now to tell us how he's feeling. How was that, Bug?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm very happy that I actually played like well enough for once. Got a time better than a 102.
Yeah, you want to tell us a little bit about like everything that happened throughout the run? How are you feeling when you were like behind by a little bit, and when you were ahead? Like, how were you feeling?
I guess I can like kind of summarize my feelings throughout the run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was scared of missing the STA after Cascade.
Yeah, yeah.
I was happy with the sand, annoyed by leg clip.
Yeah, I like that
What-
really well.
I told myself I was gonna get like a 5-0x wooded, which well I didn't manage to do, but it was at least good.
It's all very good wooded, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I lost 10 seconds in cloud.
Yeah.
Lost, I think was fine. It's just I'm going for reverse torpedo and kind of forgot how to do it. I don't know. I have to
Yeah.
practice it again. Nightmare Throw was really good. Just got unlucky with the Wiggler pattern. Damage Throw was stupid because of the 10 seconds in people's room. Snow was really good.
You almost golden
Seaside-
snow, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like 4 seconds off.
Yeah, but I mean, it was 3 seconds off and you bonked, I think. So
Yeah.
it was very close.
Fair enough then, yeah. Seaside went fine after the first moon.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I don't know if you had the race open or not, but like,
I did.
do you have any? That was insane. I think you guys switched
Yeah.
leads about 6 times through that.
Yeah,
and
I
like
know-
heading into Bowser's, you had the lead. Heading into
Yeah.
Mech, HawtBoi had the lead. And then heading
Mhm.
into Moon, you had the lead again.
Exactly.
What happened in Mac and what happened to HawtBoi and Mac and Luncheon?
Our luncheon was just a few mistakes, mostly in Visiblock, but it was
Okay,
just yeah, just a bunch of kind of 2-3 second time losses that add up. And Mech, he bunked on the Rango bubble, I believe, when he tried to
Yeah.
dive into Rango right at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
Alright,
Moon, he
yeah.
tried to go for 2DSS.
yeah,
Yeah,
obviously. Yeah, congratulations, Bug.
Yeah,
for doing well
GG.
deserved. And congratulations, HawtBoi, as well.
GG's to
obviously
HawtBoi,
still a very, very good run. Really, really close to beating up Bug. Just barely lost, just a couple of tiny little things. And best of luck to both of you going forwards in the tournament.
Yeah, I'm excited to
Really
see.
fun race.
Yeah, this was a really cool race. GG's to HawtBoi. And good
Yeah.
luck for our next
Yeah.
matches.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. Speaking of the next matches, we'll be back in approximately 6 minutes. It will be me
Yeah.
and Combo in the booth again for another amazing SMO
Yeah,
Any Pro League
absolutely.
race. So
And let
don't
me
go anywhere.
just, yeah, let me finish it out with one more thing. Make sure to follow both of these runners real quick. They are both amazing, and yeah, you can, I guess, kind of keep up with them, see how they're doing. You know, see how they're going forward.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll see you in about 5 minutes for Danny Geffen versus Lightrun. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't go anywhere. See you later.